Hey everybody, what's up? Friday, November 16th. Let's do a rundown of what is going on. All right, let me start off with your favorite subject, your favorite topic, which is the dollar. About a week ago, a little over a week ago, 10 days ago, we had the midterm elections. Right after the election, you had that spike up in the dollar. The dollar index right now is basically right where it was at the time of the midterm elections. So, really, no gain whatsoever. We're in the mid to lower 96 level on the dollar index. Some currencies are exhibiting some strength. I should say, actually, some very decent strength against the US dollar. By the way, if you go back, you don't have to go back, but let's talk about some of these emerging market currencies like the Turkish lira, like the South African rand, like the South Korean won, like the Russian ruble, like the Brazilian real, and many more. These currencies bottomed out against the US dollar going all the way back, some of them in August, some of them in September, some of them in October. Now, you would think if this was truly some kind of a crisis, of a dollar shortage, that these countries and their currencies would be the most vulnerable, because a lot of these countries have external debt that is denominated in dollars. So that if there was truly a dollar shortage, and that has been the narrative, that and rising interest rates, then you would see extreme stress in these currencies. But you do not. Like I said, a lot of them bottomed out in August and they've been going up. A lot of you made fun of me on my Turkish lira call. I made money on that through proper management of that trade. Made good money on that. So you have that going on. You also have now another currency, the New Zealand dollar, which I find very interesting. That has been showing a lot of strength and a lot of upward momentum. It is now at the highest level since July against the US dollar. Some would argue that the New Zealand currency has a close tie to the Chinese economy, so you would question, I guess, why it's strong, because the story we hear everywhere, day in and day out, is how the Chinese economy is getting hurt so badly because of the tariffs and the trade war. Yet you see the New Zealand dollar, which is basically outperforming all other currencies. The euro, with all the problems that we see going on in Europe, with the Italian budget, with the political problems, and all of this stuff, a failure to take out 113 against the dollar. We're back up above 114 again today. So I mean, the evidence is starting to emerge slowly, I admit, but I believe the evidence is starting to emerge that the dollar rally is petering out. And we will see this play out in a gradual way. It's not going to be any sort of a collapse, in a gradual way over the months to come. So that is one story. The next story, let's talk about oil, which had that big plunge in price. Of course, I made the video, I think it was back in October, where I said the market has topped out. It was at $76. You have a lot of people recently, after the big price drop, saying, oh, it's going down. They were nowhere to be found. Or worse, they were saying at 76, it was going to 100. I said, that's the top. Now, we've been buying oil on this dip. It is starting to come back. OPEC, led by Saudi Arabia, will implement a new series of output cuts, or a new output cut. The market will stabilize and it will be back. And I believe in 2019, it will be back with a vengeance, and we may actually see $100 a barrel oil in 2019. It's a little too early to make that call unequivocally right now, but I'm saying there's a very good possibility of that. But buying down here in the mid 50s, mid to high 50s per barrel on WTI, I mean, that's a no-brainer to me. All right? Point number 3, the stock market correction is over. The stock market is going back up. We are not going into recession. The economy is not going into recession. As a matter of fact, I think it may even surprise people as to how resilient and the magnitude of economic growth that we will see in the fourth quarter. I think a lot of what happened was sentiment based. I don't think we're going to see a lot of deterioration or deceleration in the economic data. And in fact, if there is any deceleration, I think we could see a very rapid re-acceleration in economic growth. There is just way too much spending going on. I'm talking about government spending. We are on track to hit a new record. Last year was a record. We are exceeding that this year by a significant amount already. And it's all about spending. It's all about the spending. That's what almost all of my analysis and forecasting is based on. I look at the fiscal flows. People who have been with me and are subscribers, they get in-depth research every single week in my report, stuff that you will get from no other economist. Remember, what I do is completely unique. We are pioneers in this, taking an MMT perspective and applying that in a way that allows us to make money, profits in the market. Nobody else does that. All of mainstream economics, and that would include every economist on Wall Street, is looking at backward, rearward looking data that's 30 years old or a quarter or maybe older than that. That is like trying to drive your car by looking in the rearview mirror. That old saying. We have real-time data on the economy every single day. I see every single expenditure of the U.S. federal government and every single dollar of revenue or deposits into its account at the Fed. And I track that. And those flows drive everything. In addition, I look at bank credit, loan creation, or lack thereof. Nobody else puts this information together in the package that I do, all right? As great traders and investors, yes, sometimes there's going to be periods when we are caught up in these kind of zombie reactions that are purely speculative, based on nothing of fundamental consequence or importance, based on lines on charts, based on flawed beliefs about economics. So we ride them out, but ultimately we are victorious. Yesterday, I issued another buy recommendation for natural gas just below $4. It's rallying today. All right. So it's all there. Today I spoke about the speech that Powell gave the other day. If you want to have my comments on that or get the email that I sent out, go to my website at pitbulleconomics.com and sign up for a 30-day free trial of MMT Trader. Or you could sign up for a 30-day free trial of Zombie Trading. That is my daily Forex signal service. We front run the zombies because we know how they're going to behave. We take their money and we get out before they die. So that is the update for today. Everything is on track. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Next week, of course, is Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday. We'll all be enjoying our turkey or whatever it is you consume for Thanksgiving. So have a great day, everybody. Maybe I'll see you later. You never know. Bye-bye.